Konnichiwa minasan, this is T-Secure and you're watching PokeCast. Today's 15-minute gameplay video is going to be on a Game Boy game. Or one of the coolest Game Boy accessories ever made. The Game Boy camera. Now, first off, I want to say is Happy New Year to everybody. That's why I decided to do this video, is that I wanted to show one thing that was just, it was definitely a changer. I mean, let's face it, the Game Boy camera was the first digital camera to be able to be picked up, to be honest, and used used everywhere at a decent price. That's one thing Nintendo had above everybody else. And real fast, I just wanted to see, this was developed and published by Nintendo, which this is absolutely outstanding that they were able to do this. Let's see. It came out in Japan on February 21st, 1998. And then it came out to the US. Well, it came out everywhere in 1998. But this is just one of those things that is... it's just so amazing how much has changed. I thought it was funny because me and a couple of my friends, this came out when I was in high school, and me and my friends are just like, dude, ah! Like we were ecstatic for this thing. I saved up for months to be able to buy this and my Game Boy printer. And we're talking to a lot of people. We're just like, dude, this is going to be so awesome. And some people are just like, I don't get it. We have a Polaroid camera. We have these cameras. Why is this going to be important? Because it is a digital camera on your Game Boy, man. And people just didn't get it. Truth be told, yeah, the picture quality is horrible, and I'll be taking a couple pictures. It'll be a little weird since I'm using the GameCube to capture the feature, but it's the point of the matter was we were trying to tell people, dude, this is going to be sick, and I kid you not, people did not get why this was so important. And I know that sounds funny, but at that point in time, digital cameras were just barely coming in, and people really didn't care because at that point in time, they weren't mainstream. They weren't the cream of the crop. You know, it was foreign, ill-advised, and unjust to use digital over film. And I know that's hard to believe, but that's literally how it was back then. And yeah, we got this. So this is why I'm going to show you guys a little bit of it. So let's go ahead and start that timer. And let's go inside. I mean, this is the main menu right here. You have your three options. It's super simple. The coolest thing is that the camera has a rotating head, as you see in the menu. That's not just for awesome menu animation. It really does that. And I don't think I have any pictures. No pictures. Forgot to take a couple. Well then. Yeah, I'll be taking a couple pictures. Somehow. And one thing is, this thing worked a lot better on the Super Game Boy. Because it points outwards towards you or away from you, so you could actually, if you had a VHS at the time, record movies using this as your camera. It was a clever idea, and you could have fun with it. Unfortunately, on the GameCube, since the Game Boy player is on the bottom of the system, you have to rotate the system to accommodate, and because of the handle in the back, which is an awesome feature, well, I guess it doesn't really matter because you have all the cords in the back too. Never mind about that one. Anyway, let's turn the camera on. Just, you have little things like this. You had the magical items. That way you can add different effects, and that's what made this so amazing. You had all kinds of effects that you could do. You could even do panoramas. You could put a face on one of the Game & Watch Gallery games, and just be able to do all kinds of things that were amazing. And there's hidden games throughout this thing like crazy, because they didn't just want to give us a camera. They wanted to make sure that they set a standard to what these digital cameras would eventually come to, which then really Apple has the, this is what your camera should be like. I guess you can also say Google as well, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. Okay. It's pointing straight up to me, light, so I have to grab the system and I drop all my games. And it resets. Oh! Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pause the thing, and I'm going to put this inside my Game Boy and actually take pictures, since it's not going to let me rotate the system to take pictures. So, real quick, I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, I'm back and the timer has been restarted. Sorry about that. Tried to get those shots, but it would not work. But anyway, as you can see, it's not the best of quality. It's like a 4 megapixel, I think, or a 1 megapixel. I forget exactly, but it's really, really low. But you know, not much you can do. But I mean, like right here, this is everything you can do. You can print it out, you can paint on it, put stamps on it, you can do frame, all kinds of fun stuff. You know, that way you can personalize each one of them to what you'd really want to do. You can even put comments on there as well, and this is where it gets difficult, to be honest. Is that with the stamps, this is where the different editions come in. You actually had Pokemon on here, and if I'm correct, you know, it's like we really didn't know a whole lot of Pokemon at this point in time. So that was really cool. You got the Mario Brothers and you got A's and all that. You even had, you know, just really cool things they added on here. And this is the one thing that not only the color will determine if you have a special limited edition one or not. Because there was the Legend of Zelda edition one, which had Legend of Zelda stamps on there. And yes, like I said, the quality's horrible. But when it was the first digital camera we could actually buy and have, we didn't care. And right there's my Star Fox quilt in its pixelated Game Boy looking thing. Yeah. Ryu-san. Yeah. These really were bad. This is a picture I took outside of an orange tree. I think I have to clean up my lens. I think that's probably what's causing it not to focus very well. And yay, Mickey Mouse. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so right here's a couple of the things. Here's the you know, of course, mirror image, because every camera, digital camera, has to have it now. You can take multiple pictures at once. You can take single pictures at once. This is my quilt. Just a little bit more of it. I was doing a panorama shot of it, and yes, you can do that too. All right, so enough of that. Let's show off the other stuff. Okay, so we first of all have that game. And that's actually is my face as the character. I really have to go through and clean my camera because my camera's just not taking as good of photos as it normally does. And I know that sounds funny. Well, it is. It's nice that we have multiple different games, you know? Because that helps out. So there's that game on here. And just for fun, we could put our faces on here and actually be able to make MIDI files, if you will, and have fun making music on here. That was one thing that was a surprise, that it really was okay, thank you guys, that's different. And that's what made it really good. I don't think I have anything saved on here. Nope, definitely don't have anything saved on here. Noise off. And yeah, that's what it had. And then of course, my thing resets again. It's just my camera is extremely dirty, so it keeps on resetting again and again. Okay, I actually have a valid excuse for that one. I was upstairs trying to get it cleaned, and everybody used all the cotton swabs, so I cannot use alcohol now because I have to go to the store to buy more. So yeah. Yeah, I have to blow in it. You're not supposed to really do that. You're supposed to use the cleaning alcohol to fix it, but right now I don't have any because I wanted to do this video. You know how it goes. It's the holidays. I have a ton of my cousins over, and a lot of them are girls. Girls use cotton swabs like there's not enough oxygen in the world or something like that, you know? Oh well. And this is what makes it really nice, is that, see, you could have yourself your Game Boy camera and everything, be able to take, you know, at the time, decent photos for the time. And then you had mini games on here to where you can play just some nice little mini games. So you got yourself a digital camera, and then you got yourself nice little Game & Watch, if you will. So that's basically what most of the games are. Plus, you have a sound creator on here. That's not super awesome, but still not bad. Plus, if you had the printer, then you can print everything out. Now, see, that's how good the camera can be when it's actually working 100% properly and nicely cleaned out. Yes. None of that, but there's also a lot of hidden things inside here. You have to do certain things throughout the menu, hit the right buttons at the right time, but eventually there's hidden things all over the place, which is, you know, it's amazing what they were able to stuff in this guy. And like I said, add with the printer, and it was just downright amazing. I remember the first time I picked it up, and, you know, Brandon just go, my friends were like, the mom joking, we were so ecstatic to finally have a digital camera. And my friends were very jealous because I was the first one to pick it up. And I know that sounds funny with what we have here, and yes, I have beaten this at least once, but it took me forever. they were just like, we can't believe it. You actually got it? And it's like, yes. Who you are running from? See, is it the same one each time? Nope. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, you know? They put so much in here, and even more, it is Super Game Boy compatible. So there's certain borders. I don't have a Game Boy, a Super Game Boy, so I can't show you them, unfortunately. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I completely forgot that. You can actually set timers there. I mean, it's outstanding. Everything they threw in here. And, you know, it's funny because we actually just sit there and look at all of that today and be like, okay, so what's the important thing? Oh, that's right. Animation. Oh, has to create an animation first, doy. Completely forgot about the spot. You can actually do stop animation on this, which is phenomenal. You can hide things in here. You know, you to make your own point and click adventure. You'd be able to hide. Okay, let's say like if I wanted to, and I had a good picture, like say this was a statue. You can click the eye, and it would bring you to another picture. And I think it was like 30 photos you can have on here. So you can make a 30 photo point and click adventure on this thing. And what else can you really do? I mean, that is just amazing. And it goes to use the stupidest music ever. You know, whatever. But yeah, I mean, with everything we have on this thing, especially if you have the Game Boy, a Super Game Boy, well, in this case, this, what you're able to do with it, it's just, it's one of those things where you had to be there at the time to be able to see this. And you know, when you watch this video, you got to remember to think back to 1998 when this was the first digital camera to come out to the masses. That was affordable. It's definitely not the best, but it was the first. And that's why I wanted to do this video, to show you in my opinion, one of the best things Nintendo was able to make for a handheld back in the day. It was just absolutely amazing when we got confirmation about this, and when I was able to get it, blew my mind that we had this on a Game Boy. And at that time I had a Game Boy Pocket. Yeah, a Game Boy Pocket is what I was using this on, because it was not made for Game Boy Color. In fact, I don't think the Game Boy Color was out at that time. And so it was just so amazing what Nintendo did for us, and what we were able to get, and what we were able to enjoy before we have all this stuff nowadays. So truly, 2016 is going to be an amazing year to see what new innovations all of the companies are going to do. But it's always good to look back and see what other things have been done and what helped pave the way of what we have now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this 15-minute video on the Game Boy camera. And it's one of those I highly recommend. Pick one up. If you can get your hands on a limited edition one, I'll hate you. But one of those that it's cheesy, only because it's older technology, but it's still absolutely outstanding to get one. Just be like, hey guys, check out my digital camera. This was hip back in the day. So I hope you guys enjoy, have a happy new year, and get ready for all the excitement we're going to have in this next year. Because it's going to be absolutely fantastic. This is T. Sakura saying ciao and sayonara.